Good morning. Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
Good morning, and I'm Jan-Eric Frank.
And we are live from the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida. And we're going to take you out right now to the Grand Champions Polo Club, where we are live on field number 4 for the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. We have Pampa, Norte, Biotricity up against Globalport. Yeah, let's meet the players.
Indeed. Globalport, let's start with them. Globalport, of course, our friend from Manila, the Philippines. Mikey Ramiro coming in at number 1. Then back-to-back 10 goalers. Polito Pierres at number 2. Sapo Cassette at number 3. And the 6th goaler, the very strong 6th goaler, that is Facundo Obregon, playing the number 4 position. I remember Globalport coming into this game, which is game 7 of the WPL Triple Crown of Polo, won their opening match 17-13. One of those games that I think nobody will forget who came and saw it. It was last Sunday at Grand Champions. The final score was 17-13. Pampa Norte also with their first win. They took care of business, beating Casablanca 15-14, and that team is led by Waqas Al-Sadiq at number 1, playing off 0 goals. Then Facundo Josa at number 2, 7 goals. Gringo Colombres, very strong 8-goal player there at number 3, and Pedro Falabella, the second 7-goaler in that team. They total 22, Globalport 26. So you will see on your screens Pampa Norte Biotricity will get a head start here of 4 goals from the outset here for this.
Yeah, Magoo Laprida, he had an injury. So our love and thoughts go out to Magoo, make sure to get better quickly. Magoo, he was playing very well, captaining the team. But great job at Gringo. He's come in and picked up the space well. They're very good friends. So I'm sure Magoo's down there helping out, coaching, keeping an eye on everybody, and helping out from that aspect of the game. But Gringo's done a great job gelling with Waqas, Facundo, and Pedro.
Yes.
In their first game. It took them a chukker or so, but once they got it rolling again, as we said, when they went up against Casablanca, that was actually the best chukker we've seen out of a team, the first chukker that Casablanca played. They scored 5 goals and made up the 4-goal handicap. And this Pampa Norte Biotricity team, and we know them as a very solid team that never gives up. Yeah, they're grinders. They play to the end. I mean, they'll bring a smile to your face based on their hustle. Charlie Hustle, you could call them, and it works everywhere. From Waqas through Facundo. Gringo adds another added as Magoo did, and Pedro Falabella at the back door. They play a full 4-player rotation. And but this Globalport team has been very, very solid, and so they need to bring the heat today. Let's see how they go. First ball on the bowling is going to be picked up here by Gringo.
And he will send a nice long ball down to the front, and waiting, of course, was to pick up that ball was initially Waqas Al-Sadiq, and then Pedro Falabella nearly getting that very first touch would have resulted in a goal. Very unlucky not to get his first score. Very quickly taken here by the number 3. That, of course, the 10-goaler Sapo Cassette, of which we have 2 on the field here this afternoon. And that 20-goal combination, Sapo Cassette and Polito Pierres, working very well together. Now then, on the move, incoming for the challenge. Pedro Falabella, little bump, taking the player first. New line is created, picked up by the number 2. Josa gives it back, or tried to give it back to Falabella, but Sapo Cassette will come out on top and hammer that one down into Pampa Norte Biotricity territory. But they've still got to get past that man. And that will just go out to the right-hand side.
Yeah, nice beginning run here as he finds Facundo. And we're finding quick rotation from Obregon. And he will, in the minute the 2 in the middle, and when I say the 2 in the middle, they're the great dynamic duo of Polito Pierres and Sapo Cassette. Once they get very close together, keep an eye on Mikey and Facundo, because they'll go breaking for the pass. And that's worked very well for them by design, to have the 2 big guns in the middle and then having a different rotation from Facundo and Mikey.
And speaking of which, Facundo on the move over on the far side there. He's got a bit of traffic in the form of from Obregon, so the 2 Facundos there. Shoulder to shoulder, left behind, picked up, turned around quickly by Cassette. He's just going to hold fire to let his attackers get back in situ. There's the ball towards that halfway line. Good first touch here. And once again, Globalport on the move. They found a gap. A little bit unlucky there. The number 2, Polito Pierres, had a bouncing ball. An attempted near side backhand from Wakas Al Sadiq. Cleaned up nicely to send the ball over to Falabella. Losa sending that ball towards the boards. Falabella thinking, thank you very much, I'll have a piece of that. He's going to try and run this one himself. Still needs to get past Cassette. Goes for the cut shot. Slightly overhit. And ball out of bounds. But again, Dale, as we have become very used to and accustomed to, barely had that ball been thrown into play, and both teams running and gunning.
Yeah, you said a good running. I'm not sure. I don't think they're pulling. Are they going to pull the trigger here on the Kersey change? They might do it at 4:38. As we've seen, well, yeah, they're going to go ahead and do it. So we've seen a lot of the teams, though, changing before and after the Kersey change, which I love to see. It just shows you how the teams are using the Kersey change at another level and moving, separating the horses. And it's worked very well for the teams that have been doing that. Remember, we are using replay today, so both teams will receive a challenge, 1 challenge per half. So that's 2 per game per team. They need to use it or lose it per half. You cannot carry them over, as some players would love to do that. But you have to use 1 in the first half, 1 in the second. And we've seen some great challenges here in the Triple Crown of Polo. It is like you said, we have the risk-reward matrix we work, so getting used to using it for some teams as they don't use it all around the world. And, it was first pioneered here by CTV Sports in 2014, but they will use that, and all the triggers are in place. We'll talk about the triggers as the day goes on. Big pass across the field, and it's going to be Sapo.
Cassette to pick this one up. Just once again holding fire. Sends it back out to the left again, this time over to Polito. Literally on the halfway line. He'll get his touch of the ball. Falabella there just hovering around him. Passes the stick or the ball back to Cassette. Now again, once they get over that halfway line, they are all, or most of them at least, are all very much within range. Little chip shot, nicely done. Little under the neck shot again to send it back up forward to just a 1 stop here, 1 stop then. And what a cracking goal by Senor Obregon here, picking up the first goal of the first Chukka.
Yeah, Sapo's going to start it. And this is how much faith, and he uses everybody. And this is just a great pass and an awesome shot. And look he had Paulito on the move right there, but that ball goes about 20 yards past the goal. Through the air, gets a high flag. Super shot there by Facundo Obregon.
So first goal of the match. Here we go. Globalport starting to chip away at that 4-goal handicap. Remember, given to Pampa Norte Biotricity, there are 22 goals. And they've won the throw-in. They have possession. And that's another very nice little chip shot over to Sapo Cassette. He immediately gets a bit of traffic from Josa. Left behind. Clever play here. Now then, Falabella can all but watch here. The extension coming and with an open backhand in front of goal. Turn around very quickly by Colombres. Gringo under a little bit of pressure. Didn't really have anyone straight away to play it to, so just had to hold fire. But that, of course, makes them very vulnerable in front of goal. Now, once again, Josa. And that ball still in play. Thought it might have just bounced out, but the board's kept it inside. Falabella, nice little reach past there. It's looking for Colombres. Beaten to it by Obregon. Polito Pierres. Working that ball very well. Now coming in behind a Sapo Cassette. Good support here from Globalport. Falabella for the challenge. A little bit too late. That ball will go through. Wow, what an amazing goal from a Sapo Cassette from way out on the boards.
Yeah, it starts with the back shot way back. Nice back shot from Obregon to Paulito. And then the 2 10-goalers, they work the magic very well together. That is just unstoppable. I don't know what you do there. I mean, Falabella is perfect place to defend it. It's just an amazing shot here by Sapo Cassette. And to get his first of the day and chipping away again at that handicap, 4-2.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. The calmness, the composure, the very high level of concentration. So, but as you said, Dale, Pampa Norte Biotricity, a fighting team. We've got a few teams like that. Dazas de la Fe is another one of those teams that will just not give up. Here we go then. Back to Pampa Norte Biotricity, and it'll be Falabella with a shot on goal.
This is where they got to make sure today they take good choices, make good choices on their shooting today and their shots against this Globalport team. Remember, 17 goals they scored. And they're a 26-goal team, so they did not get any goals on handicap. And that means that their offensive attack is at a very high level. So you need to be careful when you are shooting a goal. Make sure you pick the right times and have high percentages. It's going to be Falabella one more time.
Left behind for Wakas, but the ball runs over the back line. And that will bring us to the end of the first, Chukka. So, 2 goals scored, coming from a 10-goaler, Sapo Cassette, and a 6-goaler, Facundo Obregon, but still Pampa Norte in the lead by 4-2. Join us when we come back for Chukka 2 here on CTV Sports in just a few moments.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them. And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. If you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history. And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything that I ever dreamed of.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And we're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4 today for the Triple Crown of Polo, World Polo League, 26-goal polo, highest level polo in North America. We start out with a 4-goal lead on the handicap for the Pampa Norte Biotricity team with Wakasa Sagidik, Facundo Llosa, Gringo Columbus, and Pedro Falabella. And they're in the white jerseys. And Globalport, they scored 2 goals. They're a 26-goal team to make it 4-2 with Mikey Romero, Polito Pierres, Sapo Cassette, and Facundo Obregon. They're in the black jerseys.
And here we go then, top of Chukka number 2, as they were saying, 4-2, just the 2 goals scored so far. Pampa Norte Biotricity need to, try and contain Globalport early on here because they are obviously on a mission, which is to win this game. Remember, Globalport looking for their second win, as are Pampa Norte Biotricity. And that 4-goal advantage can shrink quicker than you think. Here comes the challenge here. The two number twos battling, and Polito Pierre is up against Facundo Josa. He did the right thing by taking it out to the far side where he had a bit more room to work with. Falabella appealing there. Gets the advantage, taking the ball round. He's got Gringo right behind him. He will carry that ball now towards the halfway line, or maybe send a long ball. Haven't seen that much of him yet in that first Chukka. There is that long ball I was talking about. Wakas Al-Sadiq not able to pick it up. A nice little backhander there from Ramiro. And that will feed the ball nicely into the path of Sapo Cassette. Now then, horsepower is the question here. Sapo Cassette will try and just nudge that one in. What an incredible angle and what an incredible goal.
Yeah, he hits the ball so well. It's a magic stick, right? When he gets down there, you wonder how he's going to be able to flip this ball at speed on the near side here. Remember, he flips that ball around. He's not taking a full swing. He's just pushing it, you could say. Watch this replay here from the end zone camera. He sets up very wide so he can put his mount back as far as possible. And again, only 12 inches to shoot at?
Incredible.
I mean, incredible. Just another great goal. Two awesome goals by Cassette here in the first and second Chukka.
And that advantage shrinking by the minute nearly, you can say. Cassette has possession once again. Falabella knows it. Tried to clear. There was a deflection coming off the back of that pony's leg. No damage done. You see all the ponies are, of course, bandaged up now. Then Sapa decides to send a nice little lofted ball up down into Pampa Norte Biotricity's territory. A little backhand. But you know what, Del, so far it's been very, very smooth as far as fouls or right-of-way violations are concerned. Very clean, open game so far.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, the first Chukka, I think just the Pampa Norte Biotricity team missing the goal on some shots. We'll see that on our stats at halftime. Yeah, but that's something they need to make sure they take care of. They were talking about that, the quality of shots that they take and the percentages, to keep their percentages high, because when you play against Polito and Sapo and Mikey and Facundo, they rotate so well around them, and Mikey will pick up a goal or so when he gets running, and Facundo already has one. So the 10-goalers, they'll get their share.
Here's swing and a miss there by Falabella, but luckily for him, he had Colombres, who read it well. Nearly had it stolen there by Pierres. Now then, they got 110-goaler far behind. Here comes the shot. Again, a bit of a miss there. Unlucky by Josa. And Sapo, he will hammer that down. Remember, there was that 10-goaler down the field. There he is. And he knew. And once Sapo got hold of that ball, he was in the perfect place to maybe do something with it. Now then, he will take out Falabella to allow a little run on goal. The rotation once again working very well. There's an appeal coming in from Obregon. Let's see what the umpires make of that.
Yeah, so the Obregon, it looks like they're going to follow across the line here. And again, just good teamwork here. Polito leaves it for Sapo. Sapo leaves it for Polito. Polito leaves it for Obregon. And they catch Falabella falling across the right of way. Good teamwork there. You know, I was watching that play at the beginning there. I was wondering, Polito met that play, and he was late on the play. And I wondered why he did that. Well, and now I know he did it because the next play, Sapo won the defensive side, and because he met that player, he was a good 20 yards on the other side of him. Sapo turns it quickly, hits the big ball to him. That's just great play by the 10-goalers.
Yeah, intelligent Polo.
Intelligent Polo, you said again.
So the result of that, of course, as we anticipated, is a penalty in favor of Globalport based on the proximity of where that foul took place, an open goal penalty. And as you can see, getting himself into a nice, calm canter. Man with the number 3 on his shirt, 10-goaler, Sapo Cassette. Well, just waiting for one or two of the players to come back
Anthony
out.
and Facundo's still changing, so just taking a nice turn, a legal turn. And he likes to take a nice, smooth lope. to hit that ball, and Sapo will pick up his third of the day.
Indeed he will. So the first hat-trick for the Tangola. And look at that, Dale. That advantage of 4 goals in a matter of a chukker and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Null and void.
You got it, but that's what happened against his team, in their first game, remember, against Casablanca. And then they caught fire in the third. So they need to get it going here, though. Let's see against this Globalport team. Like I said, we've seen them score, we said earlier, 17 goals in a game. And that is a lot of goals to score in one Polo game. So you got to be careful of the black jerseys. Here we go.
So are you suggesting then maybe, Dale, that what they're doing is creating a false sense of security here?
Well, yeah, like I said, they went against Casa. Casa scored 5 goals in the first chukker. So not just to get back the 4 goals, but they went up a goal. Second chukker, they started to get it going, and then the third chukker is when they came alive. But remember, the score at the end of that game was 13 to 12, 12-13. 13 to, it was 13 to 12. They just, 14-15. So actually, that's a lot of goals they scored too. So they have the ability to get it up there.
Well, I hope that sooner rather than later, someone somewhere will flick that switch over and we will see that Pampa Norte Biotricity that we've been talking about here. A minute and a half or just over left to play here in the second chukker. Remember, at the end of the third chukker, at the halftime, we will, of course, be bringing you, as we always do, courtesy of a very talented young man who's got an incredible eye, Jordan, here in the CTV studios, the halftime stats, which we will, of course, bring you also at the end of this game. Now then, that ball, can he get a piece of it? Facundo Obregon trying to just nudge that one in. Good defense here by Pampa Norte Biotricity, who obviously understand that, they can no longer hit the snooze button. It is 4 goals apiece, and we are within the last minute of play. Polito Pierres could actually take the lead here, and he does, and that is 5 goals to 4 now for Globalport.
Polito just goes man to man. And he had 2 players there. We know how well mounted Polito and Sapo are. And you can see right there, everyone's at a standstill. So it's just like a race. Let's go. And Polito's black or dark bay pony here gets out in front. And that makes it easy for Polito. Puts him in a comfort zone, and he gets his first of the day. That'll end our second chukker play. We'll send him off. Good shot of the Globalport team. And we'll be right back for our third chukker here on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chukka TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Third Chukka action come to you live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4, Triple Crown of Polo, World Polo League. And, well, Jan, it's been all Globalport here. 2 goals in the first Chukka, 3 in the second to make it 5-4. And we've been going back and forth based on their first game against Casablanca. I actually had Grant Gansey in the studio that afternoon after he played that game. And they were right there at the end. You know, they lost 15-14. And so Pampa Norte, they only scored 1 goal in the first half. Or in the second Chukka, and they scored 3 goals in the third Chukka. So the third Chukka was their wake-up Chukka.
So you're saying 3's a lucky number, 3 lucky charm.
You know, see, 3's a lucky number, yeah. But then they went crazy. It was 4 in the fourth Chukka. They scored 2, and I think they scored 4 in the fourth Chukka, the fifth Chukka, and just kept it going. So they're a second-half team. We know that. And here we go.
Well, let's see if this is that switch we were talking about being flicked over. They've won the throw, and that's already a very important step in the right direction. Columbus leaves it, has it stolen by Cassette. And now you were talking about how well mounted these 10-goal players are, and this is a very good example of that. Look how quickly from a standstill, stealing the ball, picking it up, running with it, and bang, all of a sudden it is 6-4, goal number 4 for Sapo Cassette.
Yeah, it's a perfect example. Remember the Paulito play when he stole the ball? When now Sapo steals it, remember, everybody's at a standstill, and Sapo wins the race. And once Sapo and Paulito get out in front, they are a force to be reckoned with.
Well, you can see there on the screens as Falabella, he already started looking over to the left. He knew there was nothing.
You know, he was going to get a mallet or a new horse or something.
Yeah.
He said, let's change it up here, guys. Sapo's on a fast one.
Exactly.
And but I don't think Sapo has any slow ones. So we'll see how they switch it up today. They don't be switching back and forth.
Falabella trying desperately to move that ball downfield. Look at that once again. In comes Polito Pierres, takes the ball off him. He will give it over to Sapo. And I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be wrong by saying I think that Globalport are also enjoying themselves out there. Things seem to be ticking over and working very well. Again, look at that pass from Polito Pierres for Cassette. And he will put that one through. Well, it is... when they say it rains, it pours, don't they, Dale?
Wow, this mare is super fast because she just ran by like 4 players with white jerseys and 2 players with black jerseys. And gets out in front there. Good rotation again by Mikey Romero. Look, if you see Mikey, watch him fall in line. And he knows that Sapo was going to come running through. And Sapo just runs by everybody again. And I know they want to get one there, but safety and the window's opening all day long. Good non-call.
Ball back in play. So what was 0-4 is now 7-4 in favor of Globalport. Even though we've seen a few more wins here, or a few more initial wins by Pampa Norte Biotricity, and this could be, and it is the first goal. Well, you said it, Dale. Pedro Falabella picking up the first goal here for Pampa Norte Biotricity.
Yeah, this was when they came alive in their last game. It was in the third Chukka. And a nice ball here and great rotation. Because remember, Falabella wearing the number 4. So that's something they're going to have to do today is Wakas is going to go after, you see Wakas right there. He's playing the number 2 position at the moment. And that's a great goal by Falabella. Not much goal to shoot at also. Getting out in front of his horse there. Lining up that next shot with a huge angle. Placing it perfectly between the posts.
As I said, looks like they're winning a few more throw-ins now. That's a nice pass up to the front. A little bit short, unlucky there. Facundo Joseph was waiting. He read it well. But again, so did Globalport. Intercepted it. And Sapo Cassette on the move here, looking for the open space. Look at that. In comes Pierres to take or clear his back end so that he has enough time to tee that ball up through the middle, looking for Obregon. Obregon gets the putter out, and that will... Ooh, what do we call that, Dale?
That's Remington. We haven't seen a Remington in a long time.
No, we haven't.
That is a true Remington. And I think he had to wait there. That's the only reason why. He had to delay his swing a bit. If you notice, he had to wait for the other player to clear out. And that's just bad luck for Kundo. There's nothing much he could do there, as the one player on the Pampa Norte Biotricity team was there, and he went to clear out. He cleared out perfectly the way he should, but you have to wait for a player to clear, so he had to wait a little bit. When he had to wait there, made it a little more difficult to make that goal. So that's why you get the Remington. 7-5, though, keeping it close here. And this is part of their Biotricity, Pampa Norte Biotricity game plan, or how they played against Casablanca. And we know how strong Casa.
Yes.
Casa, a very strong team. They score a lot of goals. And winning 2 the tournaments already this year with Grant, Tamacho, Barto, and Jesse. So we're going to switch everybody up here. Our final courtesy change of the first half. Both teams both have their challenges are in place, but haven't really needed them. It's been a very clean, open game.
It really has. It really has. And that'll, of course, will be reflected, as you said, in the stats. It'll be coming up right after the remaining 3:42 to play here in that first half. Be interesting to see, but also, of course, the shots on goal that we've...
Look at those two. They're both in unison.
Yeah.
When they're posting. That was cool. It looked like they were dancing out there. Facundo Obregon and Polito Pierres. And Polito was a little bit fun, so I know they couldn't really see each other. They were, but their horses were in perfect stride together, that they were posting exactly the same. That was cool.
Now, what will be going through those two boys' minds?
Yeah, they're the energy in the middle here, and they played well together. I don't know how many games they've had besides the Casablanca game to play. I know Gringo's played with Facu before, but we've talked a lot about Yoza, and he's played very well at 7 goals, representing this year in the World Polo League. And this guy right here, Pedro Falabella. And here you go, big ball to the outside, and he's going to find Gringo.
And Gringo will take it, and with a one-touch, sending up to the front door, he was hoping to find... And he has. Nice pick up here on the near side by Wakas Al-Sadiq, but he's got Ramiro sticking very close to him. Oh, well done, Wakas. And that is a perfect play with 3 stops on the way. Nicely done here by Wakas Al-Sadiq.
Yeah, and I don't want to say this is anything that might change the whole world, but the first goal that Wakas scored against Casablanca was in the 3rd chukker, and this is a awesome goal because he takes it twice on the near side. Not an easy play with Mikey Romero, right in the right spot, doing great defense, and then Mikey went for the back shot. He just shut it down and picked it up behind him. So an incredible goal by Wakas, his first goal today.
And they've won the throw-in once again. Nice long ball from Gringo. Colombres a little bit too far out to the left-hand side. Cassette sends it out towards the boards. And no, it's still on the field. Turn around by Falabella. Now then, what's he got up his sleeve? Another little chip shot. Nicely done. Again, Wakas on the near side. He gets the support from Joss. They couldn't quite make contact. Now it looks like Pampa Norte Biotricity are coming very much alive here with a little over 2 minutes left to play in the 3rd.
Yeah, now they're turning up the heat, as you can say, Jan. They're applying more pressure. Polito now have to work it hard here. Good hook by Gringo. Facundo will drop into the rumble seat. Wakas gets a piece of it, turns it up. Mikey's going to go forward here. Polito. And now he'll snap it back to himself right here. We got a 4-on-3 attack coming.
Pierres. Cassette behind him. Still Pierres. Finds a gap. Working that ball. Still Cassette behind him. Will he even need him? I doubt it very much because he's just going to push that one through. Nicely done. 2nd goal of the game here for Senor Polito Pierres.
Yeah, once Polito knew that he was a 4-on-3, he just said, look, I'm just going to take my time. Then you see good hustle by Gringo. to get back in there. But you can see Sapo and everybody behind him working hard with the man. Look at everybody; they're all lined out there.
Yeah.
And look at that was a full force game plan there. He had 3 guys to leave the ball for, but Polito so good with the ball. On the breakaway though here, Falabella out of the bowling, and he wins that ride off against Sapo. Turned up quickly by Facundo.
Now then, what can he do with the remaining 45 seconds left to play here in the first half? Can Pampa Norte Biotricity pick up another quick cheeky goal to bring them within 1 goal? Possibly now then. They've still got plenty of time. Josa looking possibly for a long distance shot. He needs to get past 1 player. Falabella will come in to help him. Cuts in on the inside, nicely done. Not much Bobregon can do there, but they've given it away, and Pierres will hammer that one back towards the boards. But not only that, he finds a teammate, and that teammate is called Sapo Cassette. Now then, will he pick up another quick goal before the end of this first half? The last few seconds of play, and that will...
Oh, yeah, no, he's upset. Oh, he'd love to have that one back. Sapo, that little mare, pins her ears back. I think that was that Mikey Romero?
Yeah,
he hit him that ball, or was it Facundo? Well, we'll check the stats here, but whoever hit it to him, well done. Great pass. All right, 8-6 here, and this was, well, when the Biotricity team played against Casa, they were 2 goals down. So they're in a good spot. 12 makes sense. Globalport shot a lot more on goal, 12-5 there. So I need a few more shots, pretty even. 8-2 on the throw-ins, so good job by Biotricity, and then pretty even there. Fouls committed, only 1 goal. 1 foul committed and only 1 scored. So very clean first half. And, well, it's pretty wild how it's very similar to the Casablanca team. And remember, the Biotricity team, they had a very strong second half, Jan.
Well, that is exactly the key word, the second half. Make sure you join us for what promises to be another thrilling second half here in the WPL Triple Crown of Polo 2023.
We're here at Santa Rita Polo Farm cooking an Argentine-inspired fire meal for the Ganzi family. We have a 4-course meal tonight, and everybody will be tasting the food that we cook on the fire. We're here in Wellington at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. It's a beautiful place that we've come for several years. We love cooking here. The combination of our fire cooking with the table set next to the barn and to the horses just creates a beautiful atmosphere, and we love coming here and creating experiences every year. I think anybody that is new to these events is going to be very shocked right when they walk in, not only because of the grill setup or the fire cooking, but just the whole walk into this barn, you know, with the horses eating right next to you, and then the tables are set with candles. I just think the whole atmosphere around this place is beautiful and very shocking. With the menu, we always try to, bring new things to the dinners, new items. Obviously, we try to source everything that's in season and try to do our best to keep the menu changing and flowing. I'm Augustine Malman, and welcome to my chef's table at Santa Rita Polo Farm.
My favorite part about ABSC is seeing all my friends. I have so many friends here at ABSC and USASA, and don't know what I would do without them, just hanging out with my coach. hanging out with my coach would be really fun too, but I just need friends too, you know? Everybody needs friends.
AVSC is like a really fun place because you get to make jumps, new friends, and you get to ski a lot of places.
When you see kids, they are smiling, they are happy, they are laughing, they are telling jokes, they are just glowing with excitement, and that just makes me feel confident that we are really doing something right, and that's really what it's all about.
You know, this is ABSC's largest fundraiser for our club, you know, and I think the true importance of this is we're making a conscious effort to make sure that kids in the Roaring Fork Valley have the opportunity to get on snow, ski, and snowboard.
So I've been a part of the Aspen Valley Ski Club since I was 10 years old, and growing up in the valley was a really special experience because you're open to so many different opportunities, and one of which is being able to ski. And I never really thought that my dreams would come true, but now Aspen Valley Ski Club has allowed me to ski for a living, and I can never be more grateful for being a part of the club.
We love ABSC! We love ABSC!
The Lennox. When you walk into the lobby, you will see the tranquil world. You're getting out from the fast-paced world of Miami Beach. We have an hotel of 119 rooms, all of them with different touches and different personality, very based on our greenery and eco-friendly environment. I'm very proud of our restaurant. It's Mediterranean inspired by our executive chef, Hernan Gricini, who is a Michelin star experienced chef with international background. Our pool, very small, very intimate. Remember, Lennox is the quiet and tranquil place in the craziness of South Miami Beach.
We were excited to start. Field was amazing. We knew that it was a really tough team that we had against. Mark always puts a really strong team in the field, and it was Gilberto's first game, tournament, and everything. So happy that he did good. I used to play a lot with Pablo when I was younger. We were cousins, and we played a lot of kids tournament together until we played the Open together. Then a few years we played against each other. And now, we had the opportunity to play back again, and it feels really good. Have a lot of connection, and with Alejandro, I played last year here with Melissa. He's a great defender, a great back. He plays really simple. He understands the game really good, so he makes things simple. And Gilberto, I think he had a really good game. Yeah, I think yes. Well, this is a single elimination tournament, so winning today was keeping one foot in the tournament, so it was really nice now that we have another game in the weekend to keep playing, and yes, a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pérez.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pérez.
I'm Alejandro Novilla Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novilla Estrada. I'm Mike Goals, and here back in Aspen.
it was a lot of fun. The WPL is a great tournament. It's a great league. You get some of the best players in the world coming to play it, and so it's a lot of fun to play.
It was a tough game. Just really happy we got the result. Really happy that, with this team, and happy it all worked out. Happy all these guys were able to come play, and just happy we're able to gel and play freaking fun polo.
I'm looking forward to this, playing polo, man. I love the sport. I love to be here in Wellington, and for me it's just a lot of fun to be here with playing the World Polo League and just playing polo and having fun.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. Good afternoon to you.
And we're preparing for our second half here in the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. We're live at the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4. Pampa Norte Biotricity against Globalport.
Indeed it is. And as you said, Dale, as so often, you have a hunch for these things. Pampa Norte Biotricity very much coming alive towards the end of that first half. They scored their first 2 goals in Chukka number 3. Remember, they came in with a 4-goal lead on handicap. But Globalport, who've been very consistent, 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and again 3 in the third, leaving us at half-time with a lead of 8-6 in favour of Globalport. So the remaining 3 Chukkas of this game will be very, very exciting to say the least, to see if Pampa Norte can keep it clean, making it 2-0. But of course, Globalport will be looking for the same outcome of this game.
You got the Pampa Norte Biotricity team in the white jersey today. Wakas Al Sadiq playing 1, Facu Yoza playing number 2, Gringo Columbus playing 3, and Pedro Falabella playing the number 4. Globalport in the black jerseys today, with Mikey Romero playing number 1, Polito Pierres number 2, Sapu Cassette number 3, and Facundo Obregon number 4. And they were actually losing by 5 goals at halftime in their last game, the Globalport team, and they went on to win 17-13. So, and the Pampa Norte team was losing by 2 goals, 10-8. And they came back in the second half and lost and won 15-14. So both of these teams, this should be a fun second half to watch, because they are second half teams, and Yoza is going to pick up his first penalty shot of the day and his first goal of the day.
Indeed, and what a cracking goal that was. So Pampa Norte Biotricity, as I'm sure will have had plenty to talk about in that halftime interval. They've won the throw-in again. They have possession. Colombres will give it back to Josa. Josa looking for a little path to get through those Globalport defenders on the near side just to straighten things out. He's got Gringo in front. He will pick that ball up. Gringo now, then a bouncing ball. Cassette, a little bit unlucky, not able to control. Colombres, can he get the equalizer? Well, very unlucky, but Josa still on the move, working it hard. And all of a sudden, he's got 2 10-goalers breathing down his neck. And that, of course, will be, at least 1, if not 2 too many. So Globalport pick up possession once again. But what a cracking start here for Pampa Norte Biotricity, picking up the first goal in the second half.
Yeah, come out of the tents on fire. And that's what they do well. So we'll see how the Globalport team answers. But as I said, this should be a very fun second half, as both teams mounted so well here in the third or the fourth, fifth, and sixth chukker. So it's I'm sure you'll see a bit of a defensive battle at certain times, as it was all offensive in the first half as Globalport. But Wakas Al Sadiq is going to get an opportunity here. Nice pickup, Wakas. And these are the plays you got to be careful. They know that you can see Wakas. You'd love to get that one back.
Yeah, he would. He really would, because he was out in front. They played it so well. Just the finishing there, not ideal. I'm sure, as you said, he'll be wishing he could turn the time back or the clocks back on that. So that should have been the equalizer. Once again, Globalport have possession. Ball downfield. And I like the fact that Pedro Falabella now running on full speed. They'll send the ball back down the field, and also this man with the number 2 and the black helmet there, Josa, getting really involved and getting stuck in again. Falabella will try and avoid the hook there from Pierres. Colombres will pick up the loose ball. Here we go, then Pampa Norte Biotricity on the move. Colombres trying to get his way through 3 players, and that is the second shot on goal that what could have actually brought them the lead.
Yeah, no, they've definitely been attacking the goal here in the Fort Chukka, and they've controlled the offensive attack. They've put Globalport on the defensive side of the stick here in the Fort Chukka. And you have to commend them for that. They came out on fire, and it's going to take us to our courtesy change here in our Fort Chukka. Both teams are on the east side of the field. This field 4 runs east and west. You can see right there is field 3, where the cars are parked there. That runs north and south, as 1 and 2 also do here at the Grand Champions Polo Club.
Well, Dale, let me ask you something. It's coming up to midday, and obviously we're going to have a little bit of a break this afternoon. Where are you thinking of taking me for lunch today?
Yeah, I think we should go over to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Why is that then?
And because we can watch the replay. I can
see yourself.
Critique. I can critique your style on air. Actually, it's a lot of fun. We do go over there too, so you can go if you're in the local viewing area. Make sure you make your way over to Buffalo Wild Wings, and you can see all of the CTV sports on all the polo for the World Polo League. The replays they play, they're also live. They play inside. They have many TVs at Buffalo Wild Wings, and of course, amazing wings, burgers, and you have yourself a cocktail if you like, a beer or soda, whatever you like to drink.
What about them sauces?
Yeah, the sauces are what it's all about, because they actually, their chefs make all of their sauces, specialty
in-house
sauces, and you can all different all different types, because some people like it hot, some people don't. Sweat when the heat is on, they say.
So good
I think you're one of those people sweat when the heat's on. You told me.
Yes.
I like more of the sweet sauces, but they mix a lot of it. They're all different. The garlic, sweet, they're just amazing sauces. There's so many of them, and of course they will serve them to you dry, and you can sample the different sauces. Everybody works there is very, very friendly. So make your way over to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm going to take you in there for lunch.
Here we go then. Thank you, Dale. Here we go then. Knock it after that courtesy change taken quickly by Senor Obregon. Sends it out to the left-hand side, feeding that ball once again nicely to Polito Pierres. If you've just joined us, yes, we've got 2 10-goalers on the field. That ball coming from one of them, looking for the man right in front of you on your screens there with the blue helmet, the number 3 on his shirt. That, of course, none other than Sapo Cassette. But this young gentleman, Facundo Obregon, of 6 goals, very, very strong. Nicely plays that ball up to the front. Cassette under the neck, or did he even have to go for the under the neck? I beg your pardon, that wasn't Cassette, that was Pierres.
It might be one of their first misses of the day.
Yeah.
They have been very successful on their goal shots today, Globalport, and especially in the first half. You saw that on our stats. So Pampa Norte Biotricity is going to dodge a bullet here. But this is what good players should do. And Polito, he's going to go ahead and switch again here. So he switched during the Oh, yeah, he came in. Look at that. He just kind of snuck in on him. I don't know if Pedro had his head down and just didn't see where Polito was. But Polito was clean from the giddy up there. He was, no pun intended, but he was definitely could have went earlier. He just waited. And keep an eye on Polito right now, because Polito, he switched during the courtesy change, and now he switched again, so he's on fresh legs.
Yeah, he timed it just right, but here we go then. Pampa Norte once again winning the throw-in. There's the open backhand. He's given it to Sapo. Sapo saw that not too far away. Oh, intercepted here by Josa. Again, Sapo, he intended to send that one up to Polito. He had to come back and pick it up and work for it. Now then, a very high ball, but plenty of space here for Sapo to check up. turn his pony, have a little look up. Where's he going to play that one to? And again, cool as a cucumber, just sends it across the field to the number 2, Polito Pierres, coming up to the 1 minute mark here in the fourth Chukka. But all of a sudden, it seems very, very even here, and not the Globalport show that we saw for the majority of that first half.
You know, but very even for Chukka, besides, like you said, the 3 misses. As the Globalport team only missed a goal one time, and then Polito made up for it on this amazing steal. He's going to get a shot on goal right here, and that ball's going to go off the field. So that'll be that clock will tick down here, and they'll manage the clock, I would think. So they will retain possession going into the fifth Chukka. Yes, that's going to end your fourth Chukka play, so we'll send them off. And when we return for the fifth Chukka, we will have a knock-in favor of Pampa Norte Biotricity. Stay with us. We'll be back here on CTV Sports.
Foot golf is a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, "Have you tried it?" I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
The taqueria has all your polo needs, from the novice to the professional. We carry all of our equipment in multiple grades to fill a price point to suit the individual.
Back at the Grand Cherry Polo Club, field number 4, fifth Chukka action. And, well, even for Chukka there.
Very.
Besides just I guess they had 2 knock-ins. This will be the second knock-in. They're going to retain possession here. The Pampa Norte Biotricity team start the fifth Chukka. 3 knock-ins Globalport had in the fourth Chukka. And those are good, big opportunities for Pampa Norte Biotricity, because they did not miss the goal by much.
Nope. So
on those shots,
goal apiece here in the fourth. First time we've actually had an even Chukka, because as I said, 2 goals to 0 in the first, 3 goals to 0 in the second, 3 goals to 2 in the third. Chukka number 4 is where Pampa Norte Biotricity have been able to contain Globalport.
And as we said, we've been comparing to their last game, because this is a huge game for either one of these teams. It'll push them to 2-0.
Yep.
And that will be the leader in bracket 2 with a 2-0 record. So it's a huge game for them. And both of their last games, Jan, it was very close.
Yeah.
Actually, the Casablanca in the Pampa Norte was losing by 2 goals at the end of the fourth, and so was Globalport. They were both down by 2, so they came alive here in the fifth. So let's see. This is the fifth Chukka action. Should be a good one for both teams. Turn that ball around there. It comes back, and I guess I'm going to say that Gringo was a little bit off the line there. when he came across as Sapo turned upfield. Now, ball placement. I guess they were sitting right at center. So, as we say, it doesn't really help a team to drop the ball at, if you're 10 yards off the center, even 20 yards off the center. To put the ball center does sometimes helps the defending team, helps the team that fouled, because it gives you the opportunity to win that next defensive play, even though we do have the 2-point conversion. And remember the 2-point conversion, anything goes scored from behind center is worth 2 points here in the Triple Crown of Polo. But they'll move it down to a 60-yard shot, and it'll be Sapo. Ooh, it was well hit, but just off to the left.
Yeah, it looked like
and just one click, maybe. They're going to call it a goal. Maybe it was just in.
So double figures then. 10 goals to 7. Must have just snuck in on the inside. Remember, the mounted officials can always overrule the goal judges, or the flaggers, as they're called in these parts. And I'm pretty sure that Globalport will embrace the fact that they now have extended their lead once again to a 3-goal cushion.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and to trigger this play. And this is a good trigger, because that ball looked like it was wide to us here in the studio. So they're going to go ahead and take this one back. And that's a great trigger.
Did look like it slightly went out.
Like I said, on the angle sometimes, but when you go ahead and look at it, we can draw a line. And from the post, as sometimes when it is, when you look at it from the angle, depending on where the drone was flying, but you can see right there, you can see how that ball's off to the left side. And good flying there. Best drone pilot in the world. Ostentatious. Amazing.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, and he was right there in the center, so that makes a big difference too. Sometimes the wind's blowing around up there, though, for him. It can be a little difficult with the drone. Flying A talks about that. You got to keep it going, but a good flying air and a good trigger by the 3-man team. So away we go.
And this looks like a clear. Oh, a steal there coming in from Obregon. Will he get a whistle on that? Looks like play continues. Oh, no, the umpires are just allowing that play to open up. Oh, that was an interesting one now.
Yeah, so they're keeping the hammer down here as Falabella goes inside. And, I guess they're going to say, that ball was going more down across, was going up and down, and Yoza is actually going to jump on the right of way there. Now, remember, both teams have new challenges here in the second half. And when he flipped that ball, and I think he cleaned on the first one when he gets around in front, even though it's a tight play.
Yeah.
In this type of polo, 26-goal polo, that play, he does it so smoothly. He does get in front of where there wasn't any danger on Falabella. I didn't think there was, but I might have thought it was. But the second play there, when it comes across the field, and Yoza jumps on the right of way.
So, what have the umpires decided?
And they're going to say from the spot or the 30. And they're going to say the angle is too big. So they're going to go back to the center with it. And a good read here by Facundo Yoza. And they went ahead and triggered that play. One umpire had it one way, one umpire had it the other. So they're going to say the foul will stand, and they'll get the open goal penalty too. And Gringo will get his first goal today.
Yep. So within one goal then.
Nip and tuck.
Nip and tuck. Could have been 10-7. It's now 9-8. After that disallowed goal, remember the...
Yeah, I mean, both of the, like you said, to stop the clock here with 5:37. And had a ball on the field, so you're going to pick that up. Remember, they always clean any debris off the field for safety of the four-legged athlete. Sometimes those balls will pop out of the umpire's bag. Okay, on the loose. Looked like Falabella was, but Sapo leaves it for Facundo, and Sapo going offense.
Yeah, great pass there from Obregon. And look at that, the support coming in from Pierres back to Cassette. Falabella gets a piece of it, sends it back. Ball is still in play. But nobody home for Pampa Norte Biotricity. Instead, it'll be Facundo Obregon, who's got plenty of time. Colombres coming in for a little challenge. Ball just on the boards. Cassette will work it from there. Falabella sticking very close. He will leave it for Pierres. Still Polito. Little chip shot. I like these little chip shots. They've been doing a lot of that, these two. Playing it to each other. There's the attempted under the neck with a shot on goal, but just wide.
Yeah, their give and go has gotten better and better. I figured it would. They actually played together. Got to talk. Ooh. Ooh, there you go, Gringo. Feeling good out there. Those four-legged athletes. And Wakas right there, Pedro. I think Wakas is probably going to switch. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and switch also. And we were talking about, I guess they were talking to Paulito. He had played with Sapo before. So they know each other, played in England together.
Yes.
Here's a good shot of Sapo Cassette. Casablanca pants on.
Casablanca helmet on.
Casablanca.
He's back in town. I'd like to welcome Stephen Alexander. He's here with his daughter, flew in from Argentina a few days ago. Great to have you with us, Stephen.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we got everybody back out on the field here. We took a little more time there. We had a little bit of an issue there. They had a little tack time out also. So I'll make sure everyone's got it all organized here and they're ready to go. Well, this is a huge chucker here. As first time we've the Pampa Norte Biotricity team looking at trying to get the equalizer. It was 4-2 after the first, but they had 4 on handicap. And then Globalport took over after that, 5-4 after the second. 3 unanswered goals in the second chucker, 2 unanswered goals in the first chucker, so 5 unanswered goals in the first 2. Then they came back. The third chucker, Pampa Norte Biotricity, they scored 2 goals. 3 though were scored by Globalport, so they kept the lead at halftime, 8-6, and then 1-1 in the fourth. They left 9-7. And now we have 1 scored here on an open goal penalty, 2 for Pampa Norte Biotricity, making it 9-8, and everybody on fresh legs. So here comes Gringo.
Good first touch from Gringo up to the front door. Facundo, this could be the equalizer if he can just center it and just keep his composure. Gets the putter out. Nicely done. Wow. Brilliant goal here. Only his second of the game, but a very important one. As you said, Del, the equalizer here from Pampa Norte Biotricity.
Yeah, we've seen Yo's on this Dark Bay mare before. She is super fast, and he's done this a few times. They're gonna have to adjust, and I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see him adjust here, because he was actually, if you looked at that play from the drone before Gringo released that ball, he was actually being covered by Facundo, and then that mare is just very fast. So watch, when he gets out in front, he is off to the races, and so is Falabella here. Pedro taking it inside the 60. Good back shot by Obregon, and here comes Cassette, and I'm sure he's on a flyer.
Oh, yes. Over the halfway line he goes. Oh, he stopped it. Colombri's too far out to the left to pick it up. Who's that next play? It'll be Falabella. Oh, that was a lot of luck here for Pampa Norte Biotricity. But now can they capitalize on this? And he goes and makes the same mistake. Luckily, he's got the time, the space to pick it up. Cassette now, he will have a bee in his bonnet. He will want to pick that one back up. So here we go then. Polito Pierres. If in doubt, there's always another 10-goaler to choose from, and he will just pop that one through, no mistake.
I don't know if that's a broken play. I'm not sure about this play because you had Yoza going left here, and I think it's a broken play because when Pedro went to hit that ball, the only person out there was Paulito. And I know Yoza went the other way, and remember the play before when they had a slam on the brakes, and Yoza was behind him? For the pass. So just a little miscommunication here. You can see them talking to each other, all of them, just saying, let's get it back together here, guys. So back to the center we will go, and we're going to click under 2 minutes.
Now then, can they get the equalizer before they change ponies for the sixth and final Chukka, or will Globalport put the pressure on again, turn up the heat? Well, looks like Sapo Cassette now the defender. Controls it well. Obregon just holding tighter. Yeah, to take out the number 2, Josa, to allow Sapo a bit more space to work in. Nicely picked up by Pierres. Polito into the left-hand corner. Obregon needs to allow a little bit of space. Sapo gets the ball back. Here's the shot. And that will just go wide.
An easy shot, but working well. He's going to go and switch again. If you notice, they are switching the horses up. As look at that, you went 2 players went and switched again. As you had the Gringo and Yoza went to switch, and they're having a little discussion there. Oh, sure, they got attack time if they're allowing the tops to. They're going, yeah, you got to be going around and around and around there. So they definitely are they're going to put the clock back to 53. Good job, Jordan. As they were milling around there, so they had attack time. So that's why you saw all those players, because you only got 20 seconds once they put the ball down to get in place. So here we go on the breakaway, 37 seconds.
Now then, the equalizer. Can he find the goal? Falabella, look at that ball. Roll, roll, roll. And
que golazo.
What a way to end Chukka number 5.
3-1. They outscored them. And wow, that's a great way to end it. Well, here you go. You couldn't end this one in a better way. We got them tied up 10-10. You don't want to miss our 6th and final Chukka. We'll be back with our 6th and final Chukka live from Field 4 at the Grand Champions Polo Club, World Polo League, Triple Crown Polo. Welcome back to our sixth and final Chukker 10-10. Yeah, and Frank couldn't think of a better way to end this one. Both of these teams looking to go 2-0.
Absolutely.
It's a huge game.
And what a turnaround. After Chukka number 4, where it was 1 goals apiece, the first 3 Chukkers, it was always Globalport winning every single time. 2-0, 3-0, 3-2, 1-1, Chukka 4, and then 3 goals to 1. First time in this game where Pampa Norte Biotricity actually won a Chukka for themselves. But those 4 goals on handicap, of course, making a huge difference. But nonetheless, as you called it, Dale, Pampa Norte Biotricity very much a second half team. That's when they come alive. So maybe that was part of the strategy, allowing Globalport a full sense of security.
Oh, you also rotating horses around. I mean, you go in and try to keep it even. Yeah. And, they have the four goals on handicap, so you can look at it that way. You can look at it. You can try to add goals like Travieso did. In their first 2 Chukkers, they came out on their best horses, they said. And they scored 12. Well, they scored 8 goals to add to their 4. They had 12 goals. It was 12-3 on Globalport. But Globalport ended up winning the game 17-13. Wow. They edged them out. Yeah. Now, in that game, they did score 4 goals in the 6th Chukker. So watch out. Globalport comes mounted up in the 6th Chukker. And then the Pampa Norte Biotricity, they actually scored 1 goal in the 6th Chukker against Casablanca. And Casablanca scored 2 goals, and they won 15-14. So Pampa Norte Biotricity and Globalport, they are both goal-scoring machines, as both of them scoring over 13 goals in their last game, 15-17. Now it's all about today, though. So let's see who can get it done and seal the deal. As here we go, and they come together right there. And you're going to get a player moving from right to left and a right away going up and down the field here. Pretty easy call for a Mount official. See how that ball's going up and down the field. Yep. Sapo Cassette directly on the line. And Yoza coming from right to left. So we will have a penalty 5A in favor of Globalport.
Now, roughly whereabouts on the field is that ball?
And just over, it's off the center. So remember, you do get the 2-point conversion. He's going to be able to tap it way up the center. Watch. Still go for it. Facundo, also a big hitter. But it's going to go short to nobody in the black jersey, picked up and controlled by Gringo.
Columbus working it. There's the ball out. Well, he's got Facundo to choose from. And Facundo will pick up that ball. Now, if he scores now, that would be the first time the Pampa Norte have actually taken the lead. Wow, what a turnaround. First goal here now. Is that an omen for Pampa Norte Biotricity?
Yeah, no, this is great shot selection, too. Well done here by Yoza. He saw that he had Facundo Overgon coming, had the angle on him. There was no way he was going to run around him, so he slows it down, just takes a shot at goal. And didn't hit it really hard, just hit it enough. And Facundo was trying to get there. But now, remember, what we say, the ball always travels faster than the horses.
It does indeed. Ball back in play now then. What will the answer be, and how quick will the answer be from Globalport? Or will there even be an answer? Because Gringo Columbus, he's got other ideas, trying to control that ball, which was up in the air. Sapo Cassette will pick it up. Oh, has it stolen? Has it taken off him there by Falabella? Oh, well, he got lucky. He got another chance here. So, Pampa Norte Biotricity, in the lead. Columbres, there was an appeal from Cassette. Umpires allowing play to continue. There's the backhand. Nicely done. Again, over to cross the field to Facundo Josa. Josa now round the outside of Cassette. You see, that's where Falabella was just a bit too far away to pick up that ball. Pierres jumps in straight away, but the power play now, pressure on that Globalport goal. And we will have a whistle whilst we see Gringo Columbus not understanding.
This ball comes across here, and you see Gringo. And just trying to clear out. Instead of playing the advantage, they're going to go ahead and whistle it up. See coming out. So they'll go to center with it. Both teams still have their challenges here. And this is what we've seen. We've noticed this. A lot of changing going on. They're using the courtesy change, but they're also mixing and matching horses. And I would think based on probably comparison to the teams they're playing against. Like you see in this chucker that Yoza right now is on a pretty fast horse at number 2. So I would think that Sapo, you know, on that last run, and then he goes, okay, let me get on one a little quicker. Or whatever style he's going to play early, you can switch it up. So go to center with this on the 5B. Remember, anything hit from behind the line, we're 2, but he's going to go ahead and tap here. Keep possession. And they're going to let him go here. Oh, that's good communication as Gringo is on the move.
Can he finish it? Will he go for the under the neck or will he try and work it in? He's got Falabella behind him. Falabella will take care of business with Pierres. Far a long reach, but that's what he was waiting for. Falabella runs into a player. Cassette snaps a little cut shot there on the near side, but still Falabella. He might get a second bite at this one. Falabella in front of him, just one player. He's slightly overcooked it, sends it out to the far post. It's cleared, but Pampa Norte Biotricity, they want this, and we have a whistle.
Ooh, a lot of action down in the west goal mouth. And let's watch it. Falabella went back for number 2, as you were saying, and he just lays it up in there. Then he goes and, that's a little weird right there because it looked like they're overlapped. And he's reaching in front to make the hook on Sapo. And you can't reach when you're overlapped with another player. You can't reach in front of them. Remember, it's all about being overlapped there. And when we say overlap, that's could be a horse's head to the horse's hind end, vice versa, in the center. And so what that's going to do is going to gain 150 yards for the Globalport team.
But Dale, the question now is...
Ooh, they challenged this play, too. I don't know if I would have... well, they're going to challenge it. I mean, risk-reward matrix, they waited for the 6 chucker. I mean, it is a center hit. Very tight game, though, and you're up by a goal. They would have gained a bowl-in right there in front of goal. But it didn't seem like that difficult of a call. They were pretty you could see that they were overlapped there. And so they're going to lose their challenge, and the Globalport will retain a challenge here, which definitely could come into play in a very tight game here at the end.
But Dale, with that time left to play here, and a penalty from the centre in favour of Globalport, might we at last see a 2-pointer?
I don't know if they'll go for it. I think they might go for the short play. And the thing is they could talk ball placement all day long, but they've used their challenge, so they can't challenge the ball placement here. Now that's something they might have won. Yeah. they might have went. They might have went with the ball placement. I mean, because that's a play that maybe it is a possibility that it could have been in front of the spot, based on where they're at. There you go. I mean, there's an opportunity that could have been for the spots. They might have won the ball placement here, Yan, but they went for the challenge. And they lost their challenge. So here comes Sapo. That's a great pass from Polito, and the Tangolers hook up again to get the equalizer.
So let's have a little count here.
And that's the difference between that play right there.
Yep.
If they would have challenged the ball placement, they might have had a 5-5 for the spot. And then, then it's a different play. Then you don't have a power polo play going in from the center. So, but that's the way you capitalize on it. Globalport. Ooh, look at that off the cane. Great eye by Sapo.
And he's got the ball again. He's on the move. Can't control it. Colombres has possession. He's got Facundo Josa right behind him. And that's a clever play now by Colombres, allowing Facundo to play that ball. Obregon sticking close to Josa. Once again, it'd be Colombres. Once again in a situation or a position where he can take a shot. Still a bit too much traffic going on there. Few divots, which he doesn't want to have the ball land in, of course. You see, and he's not happy the fact that Obregon came into or under his swing there. Little hook, a little touch up in the air. Cassette. But they're working, they're toiling very hard. A little bit of miscommunication, but Facundo will try and rectify the situation. Leads far out of the saddle and too far for the reach there for Falabella. Now things getting a little bit messy in front of that goal.
Ooh, a lot of stuff going on down there. Let's take a look at it. I mean, this is just going and going. And Yoza gets way out on the handlebars, and Falabella was too far out to the side. And oh, that's kind of interesting play there. Because that ball looked like it was going across, but it kind of looks like he rides over it a little bit. And I wasn't sure. I have to take a look at it. Take a look at it to see if Facundo's horse's head actually crosses over the line. They'll take a look at it here because remember, any of the contact, and that's why we apply that trigger. And, well, it looks like Facundo might have stayed on his side there. So I'll take a look at it, though, just to see where they're at on it. If he blocked him or not. And okay, so you are going to have, you got it. You got a foul against the white here, and that's what we saw too, is that it looked like the black player was still on his side, and the white player rode over the top of the ball and didn't give him a play on it. So penalty 5A. Good work by the three-man team out there on the trigger, and that's why we have those triggers in place there. Any contact, and great film work by everybody. End zone cameras, and center cam, and the drone working well together there to give all those angles up, and that's why we have all those angles involved here in the World Polo League, and well, actually, all the polo that you watch here in CTV Sports. 6 goals to 26 goals. Here we go, Jan. 2 minutes left.
Yeah, now then, Pampa Norte Biotricity, they had the lead once already early on in this Chukka. Can they do it again? I've got a feeling, Dale, that the next goal might be the winner. And here we go on the move. Yeah, but will he get the finish? Sapo Cassette over on the far side. Can he keep that ball in play? Just. It's his line. He knows it. Josa coming across. Ringo Colombres. Well, the umpires are saying play on. And here we go then. On the move once again. Facundo. Tops it. Sapo clears it. A little under the neck. Taking it round the outside. Falabella will take the man if he can, but that's the horsepower you were talking about, Dale. Sapo Cassette, a bouncing ball. It's high in the sky. Drops, and his mallet went. But the ball
broke
went
the
wide.
mallet head off.
Yeah, but the ball went wide.
He said he went up in the cane, and look at this. Good riding by everybody, and Sapo, oh, man, he just hit it right. Just got off the cane there. The head didn't come off. If he might have been able to put that one away, actually had some goal to shoot at. More goal than he's had in a long time. And you are going to get a timeout here for a horse. And there is 53 seconds. So I love the gray mare that Facundo Obregon is riding here. What a pretty pass he gave to Sapo in the earlier play. But again, just great defense. This has been a sensational polo match, higher level. Two great teams here. And not to say, but, maybe overtime is the best way to end this one, Jan. It's been such a close game, and remember both teams fighting for that 2-0 record.
Exactly.
As Casablanca at the moment is 1-1, Travieso is 0-2, and then here you go. You have these two teams battling for the 1-1 record and the 2-0 record. And remember, the two top teams in each bracket will move on, and then we'll cross bracket. First place will play second place in the opposite bracket and vice versa. And Sapo looks like he's ready to go. He's going to take a little seat here, get a breath. He might be having a little issue here with his wrist or his forearm. Stretching him out. And so he's going to come out ready to go. All right, so when we return to the field, we had one horse, looked like Falabella, and then we take time for that, and then we had looked like an injury time out here for Sapo, so he'll mount back up, and we will have a knock-in in favor of Pampa Norte Biotricity, so they'll have possession with 53 seconds left.
And that is exactly where my mind was going. They have possession. They have just under a minute. And I'm pretty sure they will have a game plan for a situation just like this. So this could already be, if they get it right, this could.
You got everybody on the best horses.
Yeah.
Top. So everything is going to be. So where do they go? What do they do? What play they use? Like you said, Jan, most teams have a play by design figured out here, like you see in football, basketball, soccer, anything. And here we go. Can Globalport shut them down, or will Biotricity, Pampa Norte work it down and get the final goal? On the far side, Gringo backed up cleanly, and watch out, here comes Sapo.
Yeah, but he's still got to get past Facundo Josa, and looks like that appeal will have been heard by the umpires.
Ooh, so they're going to get a whistle here, and let's watch this ball come across the center. And as they come together... And so, you're going to get the right-of-way violation here. And I believe they're out of challenges. Yeah, you remember they used that challenge down.
Beginning of the Chukka.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that they might have been able to. It was down in front of the goal mouth when they were overlapped. Falabella reached out. And they used their challenge there. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and drop it here on the right-of-way violation. And with 26 seconds left, this has not been not many fouls in this game at all. It's been one of their... Okay, so they did have the one team that did have a challenge was the Globalport team, and they challenged the ball placement. The ball placement was at a penalty 3, so they wanted a penalty 2, but they are going to get the open goal, and make it or miss it, this should end the game. Oh, wow. And that is wide, and that's going to end the game and send us in. No, they're going to play this out. So they will play this out. 22 seconds. And I'm surprised that they went ahead and went for this one here. Oh. So they are going to get this one moved up, and here you go. You want your two-point conversion.
Yep.
Now, with 8 seconds on it, you might get that opportunity. Here, yeah, and here's your replay, and yeah, the player gets right over the top right there. You see the contact.
Yeah.
So you are going to move this one. Well, they might move it down to a 60. Yeah, because of the contact. Yeah, you're going to get a 4 on this. So they're going to get the opportunity to win it here. Wow, that's
what a turn! What a twist!
Turnaround, huh?
Yeah.
You know, open goal penalty 3. Sapo has been 100% from the penalty line. So bad luck for him on that one. He has been very solid. And now we're going to go ahead and pass it over here to Facundo Yoza. And Facu has been, well, he's 100% from the 60-yard mark. So with an opportunity to win it. If not, we will go to OT. 7 chuckers, first goal, first team to score, wins. And but Yoza has the opportunity here to seal the deal. Here comes Facu. Yoza hits it clean, but wide, way wide to the right side, and that's going to end the chucker. So here we go, Yan. We're going to go to a little break, but when we return, we're going to go to sudden death overtime in the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. Stay with us. We'll be back for our 7th chucker play.
We're here at Santa Rita Polo Farm cooking an Argentine-inspired fire meal for the Ganzi family. We have a 4-course meal tonight, and everybody will be tasting the food that we cook on the fire. We're here in Wellington at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. It's a beautiful place that we've come for several years. We love cooking here. The combination of our fire cooking with the table set next to the barn and to the horses just creates a beautiful atmosphere, and we love coming here and creating experiences every year. I think anybody that is new to these events is going to be very shocked right when they walk in, not only because of the grill setup or the fire cooking, but just the whole walk into this barn, you know, with the horses eating right next to you, and then the tables are set with candles. I just think the whole atmosphere around this place is beautiful and very shocking. With the menu, we always try to, bring new things to the dinners, new items. Obviously, we try to source everything that's in season and try to do our best to keep the menu changing and flowing. I'm Augustine Malman, and welcome to my chef's table at Santa Rita Polo Farm.
My favorite part about ABSC is seeing all my friends. I have so many friends here at ABSC and USASA, and don't know what I would do without them. Just hanging out with my coach. Hanging out with my coach would be really fun too, but I just need friends too, Everybody needs friends.
AVSC is like a really fun place because you get to make jumps, new friends, and get to ski a lot of places.
When you see kids, they are smiling, they are happy, they are laughing, they are telling jokes, they are just glowing with excitement, and that just makes me feel confident that we are really doing something right, and that's really what it's all about.
You know, this is ABFC's largest fundraiser for our club, you know, and I think the true importance of this is we're making a conscious effort to make sure that kids in the Roaring Fork Valley have the opportunity to get on snow, ski, and snowboard.
So I've been a part of the Aspen Valley Ski Club since I was 10 years old, and growing up in the valley was a really special experience because you're open to so many different opportunities, and one of which is being able to ski. And I never really thought that my dreams would come true, but now Aspen Valley Ski Club has allowed me to ski for a living, and I can never be more grateful for being a part of the club.
We love ABSC! We love ABSC!
The Lennox. When you walk into the lobby, you will see the tranquil world. You're getting out from the fast-paced world of Miami Beach. We have a hotel of 119 rooms, all of them with different touches and different personality, very based on our greenery and eco-friendly environment. I'm very proud of our restaurant. It's Mediterranean inspired by our executive chef, Hernan Gricini, who is a Michelin star experienced chef with international background. Our pool, very small, very intimate. Remember, Lennox is the quiet and tranquil place in the craziness of South Miami Beach.
We were excited to start. Field was amazing. We knew that it was a really tough team that we had against. Mark always puts a really strong team in the field, and it was Gilberto's first game, tournament, and everything. So happy that he did good. I used to play a lot with Pablo when I was younger. We were cousins, and we played a lot of kids tournament together until we played the Open together. Then a few years we play against each other. And now, we had the opportunity to play back again, and it feels really good. I have a lot of connection, and with Alejandro, I played last year here with Melissa. He's a great defender, a great back. He plays really simple. He understands the game really good, so he makes things simple. And Gilberto, I think he had a really good game. Yeah, I think yes. Well, this is a single elimination tournament, so winning today was keeping one foot in the tournament, so it was really nice now that we have another game in the weekend to keep playing, and yes, a lot of fun.
Here we go. 7th Chukka. Sudden death overtime. Jan Erik Frank.
Yep.
First goal to win.
Yep.
First goal scored will take home the 2-0 record. Our team will be 1-1, tied with Casablanca. 1-1. Savieso 0-2 at the moment. In bracket number 2. And whoa, what a game it was, man. Both teams missing some penalty shots here in the 6th Chukka. So it was even Steven there. And now it'll go just, here we go. It'll be possession for Globalport.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think?
Well, I'm thinking, first of all, that Sapo will be probably, wanting that one back, that penalty too, that he should have converted. And I'm pretty sure that Facundo will be thinking the same thing.
Both of them very strong from the penalty line today. Just a little bad luck there at the end. And so now get on your go-to four-legged athlete here.
Yeah.
Oh, a couple of them. Have them ready. And here we go. Facundo Obregon will start with the knock-in. And away we go here on Field 4, Grand Champions Polo Club, World Polo League, Triple Crown of Polos, Chukka number 7.
And it's going to be Polito to pick up that ball from Facundo Obregon. Still Polito on the move. Obregon just holding back, staying behind. Stolen by Colombres. Short-lived as Polito once again has possession for Globalport. Colombres working very hard. He wants it back, so does Josa. Colombres tees it up nicely now then. It's going to land at the feet of Facundo. He drills a long ball downfield. This is not what you want to happen if you are for Pampa Norte Biotricity, and it goes wide.
Ooh, wow.
Dale.
A great run here as Polito got behind the defense, and Pampa Norte Biotricity will dodge a bullet. So here we go. Possession back to Pampa Norte Biotricity. But, across the field here. But Facundo's going to jump on his own ball and keep it moving. Now Polito. That one will go off the field.
So do you think this is now the nerves getting the better of the players?
I don't know. They've been hit and run here. Like I said, both these teams are very strong today from the penalty line and shooting that goal. And so we'll see. We just haven't dialed it in here in the 7 Chukka. Falabella says, let's go, guys. I'm going to take it myself.
Immediately surrounded there by black shirts. Once again, Obregon sends it back. Looking for Sapo. Falabella nicely teed up for Gringo Colombres. Pampa Norte on the move. Biotricity. Gringo, nice long ball downfield. Anybody home? Cleared in front of goal once again by the man with the number 4 in his shirt, Facundo Obregon. At least they are downfield. Advantage given. Play continues. There's the long ball. Falabella just over the halfway line. Will send it back. In comes Gringo. He will leave it for Falabella. Oh, we have a whistle. We have a whistle. And look at that. Quite some time already elapsed here in this 7th Chukka.
Yeah, we're going to have. So this ball comes across the field, turned in by Gringo. And if you have a late whistle there. Now remember, both teams receive an additional challenge for the 7th Chukka.
Of course.
So Sapo's going to go ahead and jump on a fresh one or another one. And we'll see if they decide to use the challenge here, which, well, I mean, I don't think that I don't know if they'd move that ball or not based on if they're calling that. I don't think. Yeah, so that is a spot hit from the center. So I don't know if they use the challenge or not. Gringo thinks he's got the ball. He says, no, it's my ball. No, then Paulie just said, no, it's my ball. So I can leave right there in the center. That ball is actually going straight across the line there. And I'm not sure if they used the challenge or not here. We'll check it to see if they did use the challenge or not. Okay, so no challenge on the play, so they still have their challenge. Remember, there's a challenge. Each team does receive an extra. And both teams use their challenge in the 6th. They use the Pampa Norte Biotricity team used that one play in front of goal, and also the Globalport used it to check their ball placement. Oh!
Off the back there of Vacujosa.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good 100-mile-an-hour ball. Watch how hard this ball is hit. I mean, that thing was on fire, and I don't think he was looking. Was he? Ooh, man. Facundo. We'll make sure Facundo's all right here. He looks like he's in some pain. Yeah, they're going to let him get off, and we'll get him checked out here by our medics. As that was a tough shot. And as I said, it looked like he was looking downfield to see where the ball was going to land. And so I'm not sure if he... The cold spray.
Mm-hmm.
Might need a little more than cold spray on this one. Based on how fast that ball was moving.
Well, you see now in Europe, Dal, I don't know if you have it here in America, but you see a lot of players, especially the patrons, wearing two things. One is like a plate.
Yeah, we're like some flat jacket, right?
Well, no, that's not. Well, I don't know what the flat jacket, but the other jacket is that basically is connected to your saddle, so that if you fall off, it basically inflates.
Yeah, that's what Jeff Hildebrand wears.
Yeah, but they also wear these, especially for the back. That's not just like a steel.
Yeah, and then Sarah Siegel Magnus wears one that can take like that, take a shot of a ball.
Exactly.
It's like a flat jacket.
Oh, that's okay.
Take a bullet.
Yeah.
And they're made so thin.
Yeah. Carbon.
These days. I'm not sure if Jeff's also does that. And I think it would probably not just inflate, but wow. You see that mark right there? There's a tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I hope he's up. So that's good. And yeah, that is a very good sign that he's okay. And that's Hazel Jackson right there. Facundo's girlfriend, 10 goals, winner of the U.S. Open here in America, the Women's U.S. Open. Congratulations to her, making sure Facundo's okay. Great polo player she is.
Yeah.
And he looks okay. So he's just going to jump on here and we'll get play back underway. So that's a good sign. See that he is back in the saddle. Tough, very tough player. We talk about him. He's a goer. Charlie Hustle. All right. Here we go. So now, do they go with a fair play or they probably just go with a straight bowling here? As I don't think anybody had control. And they are going to go with the just regular bowling. And here we go. Who's got the horsepower? Falabella is going to get out in front. Pedro puts it back across the center, but it's going to get controlled. And, overridden there. Falabella's going to leave it for Gringo. Gringo going from right to left. Polito, Gringo, and Gringo's going to finish it off on a very strong ball play right here. Wow, he kicks to the inside there. Look at now, he's got to go through the mallet. Oh, that was just a great hook that he made. He leaned way out in front. Watch this hook right here. Right here. Oh, man, that's not easy to do at all. And he makes the play, keeping it between the two 10-goalers, and then he finishes it off. Yan, what a finish.
What a finish, and congratulations. Well, first of all, to both teams for giving us an absolutely thrilling game and a thrilling end. But of course, Pampa Norte Biotricity will be delighted. Wakas Al Sadiq, Facundo Josa. Let's hope he's going to be okay. Here then are your final stats of this match.
Okay, so 12-11, you know the final score there, but look at the shots on goal. Almost twice as many shots by Globalport. So good shooting by the Biotricity team as the knock-ins. Look at only 6 knock-ins Globalport took. Biotricity took 13. So, now that's a big difference there. Throw-ins, they won a ton of throw-ins also, more than 50%. And then they committed a few more fouls, though. So but not bad with only 8 fouls. And they scored 2 from the penalty line, 1 from the penalty line. And so, well, this is a great game here by Pampa Norte Biotricity. Yeah, they're going to go on 2-0.
Absolutely. So well done. And we'll be looking forward to the next match of this. It'll be match 8 of the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo. And that'll be coming on your screens tomorrow afternoon.
You got it. For Jan, Eric, Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.